Greetings, family. How you doing? Long time no see. Of course, you can see in the background that I am back home, sound, safe, and ready. As we're ending this month of August, my family, going into this month of September, want to let everybody know that September, going into October, November, and December are what we call the sneak peek months of what are to come. So we have to pay attention in this month of what is to come into 2020. September marks the sneak peek month. So we're going into the September. As you know, Labor Day is coming and everybody's enjoying themselves and having a good day. So universally, the month of September would be called the number 9 as far as the Gregorian calendar. We're not going to get too deep in what the Gregorian calendar started and all that, because right now we are all resonating on this type of energy. So we have to pay attention. I am not doing any really numerology readings right now. I'm just going to be breaking down the universal months and how to understand them. And it's for you to study for yourself because it is an ancient knowledge. And I will be coming out of books like this, Helping Yourself with Numerology by Helyn, Hitchcock. Also, I'll be coming out of books like this, Your Days Are Numbered, a manual to numerology and for everybody. Also, I'll be coming out of books like, of course, Lloyd Strayhorn's books, Numbers and You. And I'll be coming out of my book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Please share this video because I'm going to touch on every month as far as the month from January all to December is concerned. But like I just said, that we are entering this 9th month. We're entering September. And like I said, September going into October, November, December are the sneak peek months of what's to come, what is to be aware of in 2020, especially on your own personal readings, your own personal consultation session. It is very important that you understand these dynamics in your cycle and your sessions that you do decide to do with me. Whether you text me your full name and date of birth and we set up a session. Remember, if you are out of town or you live outside of the United States, text me via WhatsApp. Text me via WhatsApp if you live outside of the United States. If you are in the United States, then you text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Now, how do you find the universal month and their meanings and what they are? Of course, all universal months, or all numbers that are connected to each and every month, are connected to you in some way. So if you are, let's say you were born January the 1st, let's say you're born January the 1st, and without giving me the year that you're born, we're going to deal with the personal year that you're in. So it would be January 1st. That would be 1 plus 1 plus 2019. Okay, so that would add up to 2021. So 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus the 1 is 5. So in that situation, the person born on January 1st would be in a 5 personal year right now. They will be in a 5 personal year. So you add the month, the day that you were born, with the year that we're in right now, like 2019, and that would be the personal year that you're in. That's your personal year cycle. That's your personal year season. That is what encompasses your whole year. But remember, because the numbers run throughout your whole chart and throughout your whole year, it's important to understand the personal months that you're going in. So the person born on January 1st and in 2019, their personal year would be a number 5 year. So you would add that number 5 personal year to the month that we're in. So let's say we're in the month of August, and 5 plus the number 8, which August is the 8th month, equals 13, which is a 4. So the personal month would be a 13-4, or will be dubbed down to the Phatak Method, which is a number 4. So that person born on January 1st would be in a number 4 month cycle. And the 4 can deal with a whole lot of different things and a lot of different meanings when it comes to numerovation or numerology. So it's important for those people. Again, this is how you find out about your personal month that you're in. So I will give the theme of that month from these different books. I will give you the theme of that month in these different books so you could understand what that theme shall be for you moving forward. Like I said, we are in September we're coming into September now, ending of August, because we are now at August 29th. Happy Earth Day to Michael Jackson, and happy Earth Day to various other people born on the 29th. And all you Virgos, big up to you Virgos. What's up? But in a personal month cycle, these are different and varying themes that you need to apply, because numerology or numerovation, from my method of motivating people through numbers, is an applicable metaphysics science. Let me say it again. Numerology or numerovation is an applicable metaphysics science, which it reveals your cycles and what you should stay on in your highest and your wisest. So if you want to be the very best, use the numbers that are connected to you in your most highest and wisest intellectual way, and stay on that vibration. Now, you have a choice, because every one of you out there have a choice to either be on your high or your low. It's totally up to you. I don't care if you're in prison. You have a choice either to be on your high or low. I don't care if you're at a job that you don't like. You have the choice to be at your high and your low. I don't care if you're in a relationship that you're in that might be stressful and crazy and out there every day. You have the choice to be on your high or low. You have a choice to stay or leave. You had a choice to go into prison, get in trouble to go in prison, or not to. You had all these choices. So even if you're locked down, my brothers or my sisters that gone through lockdown, there are times, even in your state of peace in that prison, you got to get into your own state of mind to maintain your peace and maintain your discipline and stay focused in what you do and how you do. Whether you start to write, whether you start to write poetry, whether you start to draw, whether you start to read, whether you go to the library, it's important. So each one of us, whether we're confined in a physical prison or whether we're confined in a relationship that might dictate that it may feel that it is a terrible relationship, but you and every one of us have the choice to leave that relationship if we have to, even if the person threatens you. Nowadays, a threat in a relationship, especially towards you sisters, is taken very seriously in the community. So if that is the case, then you need to report it to whomever you need to report it to and have that situation removed, or move out of that situation and take away all your numbers, delete all your numbers, delete all your contact with that person that may be causing you harm in any way. So remember, it is very important to understand your universal months and how you do things and what the themes are these universal months. And like I said, I'll be coming out of various books. Of course, Florence Campbell's book, Your Days Are Numbered, Helyn's Hitchcock book, Helping Yourself with Numerology, and one of my good friends, Numbers and You, the one and only Lloyd Strayhorn, who happens to be here on the line now. I see. That's good. What's up, Lloyd? Hope everything is well. So I am back in town, and this one is all about you finding your theme for your month. Now, look, again, each one of these themes are very important, and everybody has their interpretation. Lloyd has his interpretation. I have my interpretation. Helyn has her interpretation. And of course, Florence have their interpretation. But they all have a thread that follows this. They all follow the same thread. They all follow a certain order and a certain discipline that you need to respect when you see these themes pop up. So if I go to the month, now January being the first month, and it's the number 1 month, so let's say that is the first month, but it's also pertaining to those people that might have or share as a personal, let's say it could be their personal month. Like September will be my 6th personal month. September will be my 6th personal month. So it's reminding me of family and dealing with family and balance and love and situations on one side, but also being prepared for what might happen on a lower level of family and dispositions dealing with the family and problems and situations that might happen in the family. So the numerology has a duality to it, where at one point it could be at its highest, at the other point it could be at its lowest. Now, according to the table of universal months with Florence, Florence says the universal months will necessarily be influenced by the universal year, but each month through its own vibration will give a different angle or impetus to the general trend. So exactly, if you understand your universal year, which how you get your universal personal year is when you add your birthday, the day you were born, with the month you were born, not the year, the day you were born with the month you were born to the year that we're in. Now, I know another numerologist that adds everything and then add the year that they're in, but that's a whole nother other method. I'm going to keep with the basic trend and the basic consensus of these numerologists that says you have to add the day, your day you were born, the month you were born, with the year that we're in to find out your universal purpose and what you're supposed, or what's the theme you're supposed to follow and do what you have to do. Okay, so in a month, a number one month, if you're in a number one month, coming from both perspectives, Florence says number one deals with new ideals set forth, leaders appointed, new committees are formed. What Helyn says leadership, new ideals, progress, and originality. So you notice the word leader keeps on coming. New ideals keep on popping up on the two dynamics. And if you go to Lloyd's book on the personal month, you'll find basically the same thing. Independence, new opportunity, which also deals with new things, new leadership, new people, connecting with new energies, all of that kind of stuff. So these three different numerologists says basically the same thing, but like I said, it's an interpretation that you need to understand for yourself and how to apply it. So if you're in your two personal month, according to Florence, deals with the material collected, statistics compiled, politics juggled, and that is what she says as far as the universal month. In the universal months connected to what Helyn is saying, peace, cooperation, collection, politics, and details are the universal 2-month energy. Dealing with the universal 2-month, as far as what Lloyd is saying, the 2 months deals with companionship and teamwork. Again, those are the theme of each month. So that basic theme is going to be companionship and teamwork on one perspective, cooperation, collections, politics, details, and peace on another perspective. And then from another perspective, material collected, statistics compiled, and politics are juggled in another perspective. So understanding the depth of your personal universal month, and again, how you find your universal month, I need each and every one of you to add the day you were born to the month you were born, and then add the year that we're in or the year that we're going into. But let's deal with the year that we're in first. That's how you find your universal year. And then when you find your universal personal year, then add your universal personal year to the month that we're in, or the months that you want to see behind you, or the ones that you see in front of you. Like September is coming up, that's a number 9. So you add that universal personal year that you're in to this month that's coming up, September, which is a 9, and so on and so forth. And then you keep it moving. So those, I just did number 2. The number 3 from Florence's perspective, Helyn's perspective, and Lloyd's perspective. Florence says activities in the market, operating committees, amusement is the theme of the number 3 month. If you're in your personal number 3 month. According to Helyn Hitchcock, she says entertainment, creation, joy, and activity. Again, you see the same thread. You see the same thread of the whole thing dealing with activities and, of course, amusement. Lloyd says in his book, Basic Now, he said of the number 3, he said the number 3 personal month is dealing with imagination and self-expression. Again, he adds another extra to it, but it still all means the same thing. Where he says imagination and expression, Helyn says entertainment, creation, joy, activity. And then Florence says activity in the market, operating committees, amusement. Use all of it to use any one of these meanings to help you be your best you, because these are the themes of the year, okay, or that particular month. Going into month number 4, Florence says mistakes corrected, exactness demanded, skilled workers called in, slow and careful building for ultimate service. Helyn says self-discipline, schedule, hard work, building a foundation. Lloyd says in his book, foundation and organization is the theme of the particular month that we're in when it's under the number 4, when it's the 4th personal month. So please be in clear view of what your personal months are, because those are the themes that you should apply to that particular month. Those are the themes that you should apply to that particular month when you're in that personal month. Again, those who don't know how to get to their personal month and those that are just tuning in, let me explain. This is King Simon, your brother, and I'm going to keep it simple. How you get to your personal month in such a personal year, understand the first thing that comes up is when you add the day you were born with the month you were born, or let's say the month you were born with the day you were born, with the year that we're in, and whatever that comes out to, that is your personal year. Then you take that personal year number and add it to the month that we're in. We could be in the month of January, February, March, and whatever number is equivalent to that month, then you add it to that number. So if you're in a 4th personal year and you add it to the 8th month, which is August, then your month would be the number 12, which is a 3. So you stay on that 3 energy, that 3 month. Okay, so we just came out of the number 4th month and understanding the 4th month. Now let's go to the number 5 month. 5 month, according to my dear book, Your Days Are Numbered by Florence Campbell. 5 deals with increase of sales, speculation, spurts in advertising, unusual projects and articles placed on the market, activities in the theater. That's the number 5 energy. Number 5, according to Helyn, says travel, sale, advertising, sports, speculation, and enthusiasm. According to Lloyd's book, the basic theme for the number 5 month, or the 5 personal month, is freedom and dramatic change. So all of this work in tangent with each other, all works together if you learn how to use them. If anything, you could go back to this video and listen to this video. This will be up. This will be the next video that's up, because we're dealing with personal months. Numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. And if you understand the cycles and the seasons of numbers, it can guide you to be your very best. But I always say that numerology has a duality. So if you're not being constructive and moving, spiraling up, then you're being obstructive and you're spiraling down, and then that downward spiral becomes what we call a destructive mechanism. Destructive. So you want to be constructive, not obstructive, so you don't become destructive. So please stay focused. Now, moving to the number 6, according to Florence Campbell, she says the 6th month, the personal 6th month, represents community needs, weddings, civil improvements, education, health, and balance. According to Helyn Hitchcock, she says community affairs, weddings, health, beauty, food, and home. Remember, everyone has their interpretation, but it all has the basic thread. Lloyd says in his book, the theme of the number 6 month is domestic matters and responsibility. So 6 personal months is all about that. Like next month, I'm going into all of that and utilizing all of that. But from my interpretation, it also represents balance. It also represents forgiveness. It also represents family and love for self, but yet spreading that family and love all to everyone that needs it, because I'll be entering my 6th personal year next month, also in the month of September. So you'll see me dropping a lot of different things dealing with health and family and all that on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe, press the bell, share it with others, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Instagram. Let people know that we're teaching applicable ways on using numbers to help enhance you and take you to the next level. That's why thus I call it Numerovation, because numbers can motivate you if you stay on the higher frequency and energy and vibration of the numbers. It can motivate you. Moving to the number 7. 7, according to Florence Campbell, she says 7, the month 7 energy, personal month 7 is about improved finances, inventions, examination, and analysis. According to Helyn Hitchcock, she says intuition, analysis, improved finances, quietude, and invention. You see the basics here. According to Lloyd, it says self-awareness and inner growth. Also, 7 is the number that you got to be careful of secrets coming at you, or people revealing them secrets about themselves, or secrets about yourself within yourself, that introspective self about you, what you need to pull out of yourself. That 7 reveals that. 7 is also the number of deep research, where you need to go within so you can bring it out, but also protect the mind at any case, in any form, in any fashion. You got to protect your mind as much as possible. So when you're in that 7 personal month, you got to understand that in that month, that's where you might take a sabbatical or stay laid back and learn to observe and listen more than you speak. Let's deal with the 8th from my dear Florence Campbell's perspective. She said 8 deals with substantial expansion, growth, large plans put into action, organizations formed for business promotion. That's what Florence Campbell says. What Helyn Hitchcock says, as far as the number 8, organization, business expansion, cooperation, and enterprise. According to Brother Lloyd now, Lloyd says personal achievement and recognition. So that 8th month is the month of not only business and entrepreneurship, but it's also the month of discipline, because the 2 primary numbers that are disciplinary numbers is the 8 and the 4. They're multiple of each other's, of course, but 8 and 4 are the primary discipline numbers. So in an 8 personal month, you should discipline yourself a little bit more. Remember, the undisciplined mind is an insane mind, like Les Brown, a number 8, said. He's born on the 17th of February, and he says the undisciplined mind is an insane mind. So 1 plus 7 is an 8, and that's a number of discipline. So hey, there it is. One of the disciplinaries and motivational speakers himself. He's doing a great job. Also, let's go to the number 9. According to Florence Campbell, in her lovely book, Your Days Are Numbered, she says, in inventories, elimination, public characters to the fore. All right. And then Helyn Hitchcock, in her book, Helping Yourself with Numerology, she says number 9 deals with completion, elimination, progress, and understanding. And then when you go to Brother Lloyd's book, of course, this is Lloyd's book, Numbers in You. When you go to Brother Lloyd's book, number 9, the ending deals with the theme of number 9 is ending and fulfillment of dreams. Number 9 is like a detox cycle. When you get into a number 9 month or a number 9 year, or you're a number 9, you're constantly dealing with detoxing people out of your life. Now, September is a number 9 month, so that deals with the whole theme of detoxing and removing people, places, and things. But if you're in that 9 personal month at that time and you have to deal with removing, it's going to be a little hard. It's going to be sometimes you got to remove people that's in your family that are not conducive or not supportive or not assets or not and those are people that are not helping. You got to remove them out of your life during this number 9 cycle coming up, especially when in your 9 month, or if you're in the 9 personal year, you have to start removing people. It's a detox year. So when you do a session with me, a Numeroversity session, I reveal those challenge months and those high-powered months, but I also tell you what you need to remove and who you need to remove. It might be hard. And I'm not telling you to remove your mama and your daddy, but I say sometimes keep a distance and just do what you have to do, but also keep a loving nature in the number 9 frequency. Because remember, 9 is the universal loving number, the universal peace number on one side, but 9 can also be that destructive killer number on the other side if they're not careful, especially with the arguments. Now, Lloyd don't touch on the number 11, but let's deal with these two ladies that deal with the 11 and the 12. Now, in the number 11 month, which is usually called November, and November 11 goes down to 2, so you can actually use the number 2 energy for the number 11. But since 11 is a master number, and usually you don't want to break down the master number or reduce the master number, so to speak, 11, according to Florence, says activities amongst evangelists, cults, church, and missions are being formed in the number 11 month when you're in a number 11 cycle, number 11 month cycle. Number 11, according to Helyn Hitchcock, she says spirituality, electricity, aviation, evangelism, very important. Once again, the 11 is the number of vision, seeing things before it's time. You have a visionary spirit. In a number 11 personal month or personal year, you should, and it don't come around often, so you got to be very careful when you use it, because on the negative side, 11s could be a deception, looking out for people who are trying to deceive you from another level. And being aware of it, keeping a light, and also being careful of people that try to deceive you. But also on the other side, it's you deceiving others and being careful of how you try to deal with people and how you deal with people on a day-to-day basis, making sure that you don't deceive them. Also, 11 is the number of the visionary, seeing things before time, writing down and having a vision, having a goal, having short-term vision and long-term vision, where you're going to do, what you're going to do, how you're going to plan your things out, because you see what you need to see, and you see the goal and you see what can happen to it, but you have to have a vision and you have to work your plan and put your plan to work in a number 11 personal month or number 11 personal year. And even if you're born under the number 11 of any month, you need to always have a vision and stop deceiving yourself. Some 11s deceive themselves and stay on the lower frequency, and then by default go to the number 2 energy, which is the lower octave of the number 11. So you got to stay focused. You got to stay on top of it. Again, number 2 still deals with, on the lower octave of the number 11, it still deals with peace, cooperation, collection, politics, and details, according to Helyn. But according to Florence, it deals with material collected, statistic compiled, and politics juggled. But according to Lloyd, he says the number 2 energy, because I'm dealing with the 11 and sometimes people fall to the lower octave of the 2, that deals with companionship and teamwork. So if in your number 11 month, it deals with companionship and teamwork on one level, but also it has to be from a spiritual and a visionary perspective, because 11 is the lead number. That is the master lead number that comes first before it reduces to a number 2. Although most numerologists says don't reduce it, most of y'all don't even understand your master numbers that are born or connected to the master numbers in any way. So some of y'all by default go down to the number 2. It goes down to the emotional part of the number 11, which is the number 2. Now let's deal with the number 22. 22 is very interesting because it's a master number also, and the reduction of the master number is the 4. So the 22 master month of a personal month deals with civic, according to Florence, says civic and national projects for improved conditions, railroads, waterways, international relationship, because it's a master number of international reach. According to Helyn Hitchcock, Florence just said that, but according to Helyn Hitchcock, she says national and international projects, politics, railroads, improvements, etc. According to your brother, King Simon, the master number 22 is the master builder. So when you're in a 22 personal month or 22 year, it's all about the master building and having a masterful plan, having a diagram to build. Remember, laying the foundation is very key. And the only way you're going to lay a foundation is have to put in that work. So master number 22, which reduces to a 4, it's all about hard work. It's all about seeing the vision of building whatever you have to build and do what you have to do to master and become the greatest you can become, which is so interesting to me because I want to take I want to take somebody who's born under that master number, which was people like Sam Cooke was born under the 22nd of the month. People like Beanie Man, the reggae artist, of course. Shaggy is also born under master number 22. They laid a foundation for what they truly love to do, and that was music. All three of them from three different perspectives of music, because of course, you know, Sam Cooke comes from that era of the old school R&B, old soul music. Then you have Beanie Man, that's more the dance hall. And then you have Shaggy, which is more pop, which is more of a hybrid form of reggae, but he has taken it to another level because he's like the diamond seller who sold 10 million. But all of them are born under the 22. Sam Cooke being born on January 22nd, Beanie Man being born August 22nd, and Shaggy being born October 22nd. Also, Professor James Smalls is born under the 22nd. So the master numbers have to do masterful things and lay masterful foundations and grow to their mastery without second guessing themselves and not being, and sometimes they go through hardship, but they have to endure till the end. That's what the master number vibration, especially if you fall under that master number month. So again, this was all about the personal month, really dealing with the personal month and going into your personal month and understanding your personal month and using the personal month for your basic growth spurts, because each month has a vibration connected to it, and if you use it properly, it will guide you to be your highest and wisest. I'm going to get out of here, family. Like I said, if you want to do a numerology session or a Numerovation session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. I will be putting together a 10-part series of DVDs that you will have to purchase and be a part of that. It's a whole class on Numerovation and how to use the numbers to motivate yourself and your family. It's going to be a 10-part series because number 10 is one of my favorite numbers because I'm born on the number 1. So it's going to be a 10-part series that's going to be at least 45 minutes to an hour. Each one of those private recordings, and you would have to have your pen and paper. I'll be teaching from my chalkboard. As you see, I got a chalkboard at the side here. I'll be teaching the numerology system. Up there is the Chaldean system. The middle one is the modern Pythagorean system, and that's the Nigerian system. Very interesting. I will even go through the Nigerian system because the Nigerian system is not just for regular numerologists or regular numerology readings. It's more for dreams. Interesting, because the Nigerian system has 1 through 0, which is interesting. So once you understand how to use those numbers and reflect and understand those numbers, when you start dreaming of numbers or you start dreaming of a person and you know their birthday, boom, it's crazy. I'll even go through the master numbers. It's going to be really, 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 really do it. It's going to be really something else. So I have those classes coming up, but those will be pre-recorded classes. I'm not doing live classes, not this year, more likely next year I'll do live classes, but I'm going to do pre-recorded classes that you can purchase and you could have for yourself to watch over and over again and study. It'll be 10 of them, and you'll have to purchase the whole 10-set series and have a good time. I don't know if I'm going to be putting them on DVD. I'll just keep it on a private page on YouTube or Facebook private page, but we're going to have a good time when it deals with numerology and how to use the numbers for your benefit. Now, I'm getting on out of here. Once again, if you want to do a full session with me, it's a minimum of 35 minutes to an hour. 35 minutes is really light stuff. But when it comes to an hour, remember, my sessions are question and answers, Q&A. You can talk to me as a conversational piece, but we got to go in on your positive and your negative. I'm not about reading you. I'm about guiding you and taking you to the next level, wherever you may be on this planet Earth. That's what it's about. So it's all about guiding you to be your very best and how to use the numbers that you see constantly, whether it's angel numbers, whether it's doubling of the master numbers, whether it's a multitude of numbers. If you constantly see those numbers, they're connected to you for a reason and for a season to help guide you. If you don't use it, if you're not riding it on its highest level, then you're going towards its lowest level. So you need to understand those things. Again, I referred to 3 different books in this particular video. Of course, one, my dear friend Lloyd Strayhorn, Numbers in You. The second one was Helping Yourself with Numerology by Helyn Hitchcock. Of course, Your Numbers Are your days are numbered by the one, the only Florence Campbell. And of course, don't forget my book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. It is a book that gives you a basic intro, and then I give you recommended reading in the back of the book to let you know that there's other people that you can study from. I always got recommended reading in the back of my book so you can guide people, letting you know that this is a study. If you're not going to take it to the heights of myself or a Lloyd Strayhorn or Helyn, Hitchcock or Florence Campbell in their day, then it's up to you just to use these vibrations as a form of guidance for yourself and your family. When you have to call a person like me, I'm here for confirmation. I'm making sure that the rules, the moves that you're making is right, whether you're moving out of town, whether you're getting married, whether you need to get into a relationship, whether you do. Because most time people text me about doing compatibility all the time, compatibility. But I'm not interested in doing compatibility just because you want to find out this man you just met in the club, is he right for you? You just met him in the club, damn it. Have fun. You're in the club. But if you're serious and you find yourself with that person for a year or two, that's when you call me, when you want to make that next step into marriage, so I can show you how they work together and how all the numbers can work together. Because really, there's no one you can't get along with. It's just sometimes there's people that are just a little strenuous, a little more challenging, a little bit. And if you knew how to push their buttons right, you'll probably be able to get along with them much better if you understand. And if you do need to stay away from you, stay away from it, because you just don't have the patience to deal with that energy. So I understand. Believe me, I go through it all the time when dealing with people in my family and friends. So as I'm continuing to move on, like I said, hey, numbers are simple. People are complicated. Numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves, and that's what this is all about. Paying attention to the months you're in, the years you're in, and remember, it even goes to the days that you're in, because once you find that personal month, you add that personal month number to the day that you're in, and you also get a result of what you're supposed to do in that day. And it goes down to the very hour if you want it to go down to. That's just how numbers work. It's like a mathematical rites of passage, daily rites of passage, a monthly rites of passage, a yearly rites of passage, because numbers reveal your cycle and your seasons. So big up to all the numerologists out there. Big up to all the astrologers out there. Big up to all the tarot readers out there. Big up to all the spiritual life coaches out there. Big up to all the life coaches in general, whether you're coming from a religious basis or you're coming from a metaphysic basis. I respect all of you, because all of us have to do our work on some level, not downing the other. We have to support one another and how it works, because if you're in a religion, that's where you're supposed to be. But just remember, when you come over to these modalities, we're just here to guide you so you can be a better person in your religion, or be a better person in your spirituality, be a better person in your job, be a better person at your business, be a better person for your children, be a better person for yourself. That's what we are here to help guide you to do. Once again, text me your full name and date of birth, including your middle name if you have one, to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. If you're outside of the United States of America and you're in Europe somewhere, or you're in Africa, or you're in England, or you're in Canada, text me via WhatsApp. It's free. I can't return any regular text if you text me on a regular number. Go to WhatsApp and I will be able to pick it up. Then I could do WhatsApp and I could text you back the rates and what you need to do to get that hour reading or that 35-minute reading. I stay along that. And in the near future, I might be doing write-ups. I might do the write-ups. I might work with another entity to help write up, because I'm not a fast typer. That's why I don't write up sessions and all that, so you can read it for yourself. But I'm thinking about doing it next year, because I'm going into that year. I'm going into that number 7 years. So I got to be a little patient, and I got to be able to stay focused and deal with certain things and research this. So if I can delegate to someone that can type for me, that can type up a session, they can listen to my recordings and type it up, and then we send it to that person within 24 hours to at least give myself 72 hours to get that out, then beautiful. But I know a lot of people like to be visual and need to read it and then mark off things and all that kind of stuff. So more than likely, I might go to writing. also while I'm doing recordings, but it will be more finance because it takes more time when you do. So it'll be more love gifts that you'll have to send for that. You know what I'm saying? That could be $250 for a write-up and a recording. That's how it could be, $250 to $300 for a write-up and a recording, because I start breaking down certain things and going into months and days and all that kind of craziness. You know, that's up to you. But I am proud of all of you that came on. I'm proud of you that have made that certain step to study or indulge in a session with myself or any other numerologist or astrologer or a cosmophysician out there or cardologist, whatever. Whoever you're taking that step to get to your highest and wisest, that's beautiful. I'm so proud of every one of you. And I love each and every one of you from all over my heart, not just from the bottom or not just from the top, but from all over my heart. And I hope you stay in a mathematical guidance system yourself so you can guide yourself to your highest and wisest and do what you have to do to be your very best. So I do not have a Cash App anymore. Do not have Cash App anymore. I do not have Cash App anymore. Everything is via PayPal from right now until I choose to work. I have a business partner that I might use her Cash App, so I'll find out if I could do that. But I have to find out first. I'm not just gonna just do it and control it. But I will be using other people's Cash App that are connected to me, and then I'll probably give them a percentage just by using the Cash App because they help me out. You know, usually I give at least $5 off of every Cash App that I might use if I'm using somebody else's Cash App. But I'm strictly PayPal, and right now, and you can text me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022 at WhatsApp, or you can text me on the regular number. But if you're out of the United States, do not text me on the regular number. Use WhatsApp, use WhatsApp, use WhatsApp. And then we can make international connections over the phone when we do the session with each other. It's that simple. All right. So this has been Numbers Are Simple. Well, this has been Numbers Don't Lie. People lie to themselves. This is dealing with the month and your personal months. And that's what we just deal with, how to recognize, how to find your personal month, how to use it, and also how to find your personal year. Once again, I'm going to end like this. Each one of you can write it down on a paper right now, how to find your personal year and personal month. Your personal year is when you add the month you were born with the day you were born with the year that we're in. So if you're born January 1st, 1 + 1 + 2019, then you find out what that adds up to, break it down to the lowest form that it is, which is the Phatak method, to one single digit. If it ends up on a master number 11 or 22, you keep it there as high as you can, but know that that energy of the 2 or the 4 still exists. And then from that result that you get from your year, your personal year, you add it to the month that you're in. So if your personal year adds up to a number 5, then you add it to the 8th month. And of course, if you add the 8 plus the 5 equals 13, which is a 4. So that's how you find out what your personal month is, going direct to your personal month. All right. So you'll understand the theme. So you can look back on this video of the themes of each theme, because I came from 3 different perspectives. I came from, of course, Helyn Hitchcock's book, Lloyd Strayhorn's book, and I came from Florence Campbell. It is an interpretation, but each one of them had a nice thin line that connected with each other, and that's the beauty of it all. All right. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Share this video. Be my friend on Instagram. Be my friend on Facebook as King Simon Productions on Facebook and on Instagram. Numeroversity on Instagram, on Numerovator on Facebook. Also, King MC Simon at Facebook. That's another page that I have. And King Simon, that's filled up. That's up to 5,000 strong. So go to MC Simon if you want to be my friend on Facebook. And also Twitter. Also, you can go on the description bar right here, the description. I'll be putting everything on the description. So Twitter, you can go to King Simon Prod. Twitter, King Simon Prod. Twitter, King Simon Prod, and join my Numeroversity and my Numero Nation, man. Believe me, I got somebody out there set up a YouTube channel on Numero Nation just recently around, I think, April. And I've been using Numero Nation, Numerovation, and all that way before that. So it's all good. You know, somebody set up it, but I got that. I got those names on as far as my domain. I got those names now. I already bought those domains, so I'm not playing with people. Not trying to take my name, but it's all good as long as they spread in the wisdom and the knowledge of how to use numbers for guidance and not to control. That's what I'm happy about. It's not about controlling you. It's about guiding you to be your best. Have a great day. Have a great afternoon. Have a great evening, because you might be somewhere around the world somewhere that you're coming up. And we'll talk soon. And look out for more, especially coming up. And look out for the classes. Remember, my Eventbrite is KingSimonProductions.eventbrite. You'll also be able to pay for the classes via KingSimonProductions.eventbrite or PayPal. Definitely. Or I'll take postal money orders to the name I will tell you to send it to. But I might do Cash App. Like I said, I have to talk with my friends that has Cash App and see if I can work. I had some problems with Cash App, but it's all good. I understand. I was in my number 5 month this month. I understand 5 connects to Mercury. I can have little computer problems and little situations with technology. I'm all good with that. So I just eliminated Cash App. I don't hold on to it. I eliminate it. I keep it. And like I tell people, don't make excuses, make adjustments. Don't make excuses, make adjustments. So if I can't use Cash App, I got PayPal. And if I can't use, if y'all only can use Cash App, then I have a friend that I can send it to, and I'll just give her a percentage of that. I give her $5 off of every person that purchase anything from me off of Cash App. Got no problems with that. That's just me, man. It's all about sharing the wealth and keeping it moving. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Your brother King Simon is out of here. Make sure you get my book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Make sure you get my children's book, Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. And make sure you get my promotional, inspirational book called No Promotion is Bad Promotion. All publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right. All right. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Peace.